Hey there, Sagittarius, Sun, Sagittarius, Moon, Sagittarius, Rising. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 12th through the 18th. It is your birthday this week. Well, happy birthday to you. So we're going to take a look at the energy for this week. And overall, you have the card of integrity. So integrity this week is definitely going to be about you listening to yourself, following through on what it is that you know to be true, to be right for you. It's standing in your power. But when integrity shows up, I feel like quite often we are challenged. We are challenged by other people, and it's going to be important. Wow, but great cards. It's going to be important that you believe in yourself, that you believe in yourself. Okay. You're going to have to stand up for yourself this week. Stand in your integrity, know what is true for you, and protect that energy of knowing who you are. Overall energy, you have the snake. There's two snakes in this deck. One of them is in the process of transforming, shedding its skin. But this is the viper that's looking to bite you. And here, and the energy to anchor down into is the one of protecting your home, your family, your loved ones. This is very protective energy. So when we have the card of integrity, when we have this card of needing to protect yourself, and the snake coming at you, do pay attention to what's going on around you. Something is challenging you, and it's but I think that people have your back and you don't know it. So this is nice. So, wow, these are very interesting. Okay, I love this deck. It's the Celtic Lenormand, and it's always very interesting. It has 3 different kinds of birds cards. So the key to the situation is being in balance. We have this child. She's collecting the eggs from the, so this is receiving. This is the energy of receiving. She's collecting the eggs. They could be knowledge. I think they're knowledge and wisdom. I think you receive information that really resonates in your heart space, because we have it. It came with the owls. And the owls are about seeking wisdom. This little trio of owls here, I feel like spirits really got your back. You may hear something on multiple occasions, and especially if you hear something in 3, like you've heard it 3 times, like this person said it, that person said it, it resonates in your heart, something that you read, you see, like really pay attention, because it's something that spirit is bringing you that will benefit you moving forward. You are being gifted this, and somehow it helps to create a balance in your life. And so really paying attention to what that is going to be very beneficial for you. You have really had work and getting things done on your mind. Who doesn't? We have the card of the whips. The whips it can be gossip, okay? It can also be people being very bossy, but it's also with the wheel there and the whip, the broom. This is chop wood, carry water in order to move things forward. This is showing up for yourself, putting in the work every day. This is consistency and persistence in order to accomplish a goal. And you are, if you're coming up. So whether you are, so the sun being in Sagittarius shines a light on all 3 areas, sun, moon, and rising, right? It's either the beginning of your astrological wheel, it's where you are receiving the most energy from the sun, and it's really striking you in the soul purpose, the sun energy, or with the moon, moon is a reflective energy, and so it kind of really powers up, how you feel about where you are. And again, seeing in your integrity is going to be really important. And so I feel like you may feel a little under attack. It kind of almost feels like 7 of Wands energy coming through here, and you may be wondering what is with everybody anyway, right? It kind of has that feeling to it. So something to just be on guard with. In the area of what's depleting your energy, we have the bouquet of flowers, and so it's almost like you have all of these hopes and all of these dreams and all of these things you want to accomplish, and it's scattered. It feels scattered, and it's almost a need to gather them up more into a bundle and be working on them. So maybe instead of this being a bunch of wildflowers and hopes and goals and dreams, you actually create a bouquet. Like actually go into the garden of your hopes and dreams and say, these are the 5, 6, 7 things I want to focus on for the year ahead, right? Because we're wrapping up a year. It could be your solar return. It could be that the sun is in your first house. So definitely, and plus we're at the end of the year on the calendar. And so there's this energy of like, let's sort through and figure out what is it I want to accomplish next year. And I think that really don't go more than 6 things. Because 6 creates a balance, right? That's the 6 of Wands kind of energy. That's victory, right? The 7, then you have to stand up and like defend your position. It's almost too much. When you get to the 8, it can become very scattered. 9 is exhausting. 10 is a major completion, but oh my gosh, what a trudge up the hill. So do yourself a favor. And over this week, if you've got a quiet moment, because actually astrologically the weather is pretty calm, right? And we're wrapping things up and we're getting ready for a new moon that happens in the middle of next week. So that makes this week a really good opportunity. Maybe on Sunday you can find some time to sit and consider what are the 6 areas or things that you want to focus on next year, that you want to progress in, that you want to accomplish. Be really realistic about this, because Saturn is going to be in Pisces next year, and Saturn and Pisces wants you to take all that big emotion and channel it into something that's productive. And so in order to do that, you're going to need to limit the scope of what you're trying to accomplish here, right? Jupiter is in Pisces now, and it's getting ready to move on. And so Jupiter being a co-ruler of your, being the ruler of your sign, but also ruling Pisces, it definitely wants to expand. So you probably have like a big garden of hopes and dreams, and it's too big. So let's go and pick those 6 things that you really want to focus on. And I want you to spend, I really think it would be your benefit to figure out 1 or 2 action steps that you can take on a daily basis when we've got the broom here. What can you on a daily basis that promotes growth in these 6 areas? It can't be, okay, so let's just take my YouTube channel. I can't say, oh my gosh, well, at the end of 2023, I want 30,000 subscribers. That would be nice. I would totally love that. So hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. But I can't control what other people are doing. What I can control is, what am I doing today that would promote the channel's growth? What am I doing every day, right? So whatever your goal is, what are you doing today that moves you toward that goal? That's what you have to focus on. So this is Saturn coming into Pisces is really about organizing your thoughts. Start now. It looks like you're getting a little heads up on that. In the area of what the struggle has been is we have a lot of social. A lot of social. So either you're feeling like you're not getting enough social, or too much social time is distracting you. And so this could be too much time spent on Facebook. That's not actually, like, I don't want to say don't have fun with your friends, right? But I do want to say where are the time sucks in your life, and can you enjoy your friends in a way that doesn't also detract from your ability to manifest and create what you want? Because you are definitely being asked this week to spend some time in meditation and reflection, okay? And this is a good time of year to do it anyways. So meditation and reflection. Set aside a couple of hours this week where it's your time. It's your time. You're not on your phone. You're not, having to answer to other people, which is hard if you're a young mother, right? Like, that may not be that easy. It may have to be that you do this in the evening for like 30 minutes before you go to bed every night so that you get enough time in. But you're being asked to create time for reflection and really doing the deep dive into what is important to you and using your intuition. We have the Moon card in the action to take. How are you going to transform this situation? is getting a lot of clarity on what you're willing to commit to. And I really feel like this is a commitment that you're making to yourself. There is nothing really here that makes me feel like you have to commit to anything but what is important to you this week. That is about being in your integrity. What is of value to you? Because I feel like there are energies that outside of you that have opinions that could be denting your sense of enthusiasm and commitment that you want to make to yourself. And so this is one of those things I also want to say, keep it to yourself. Like, you don't need to tell everybody what your goals are. Whoa, huge download with that. You don't need to tell anybody what your goals are, but you need to write them down. Wow, the high-pitched screeching that just came through my ears. Okay, so, okay. In the area of resources, you're focusing on how can I shine more? How can I get more? How can I claim all of the bounty of the universe that is mine to claim? And your optimism will help to get you there, but also your focused attention. So you have the moon and the sun. These are two luminaries. This is going within to really figure out where you want to shine a light on it. And then this is where can I take the action out in the 3D world that shines a light every day that moves me toward my goal. In the area of the heart space, this is why I think if people are talking crap about you behind your back, I wouldn't worry about it. This is why, because this is the card of the little gossips. We got the hens here, right? All the hens. Now, the hens are also, though, as much as that feels like gossipy energy, it could also be the energy around in my heart space. I'm thinking about how I can take this one hen that produces these 5-6 eggs a day and multiply that, and that comes with the card of luck. That is pretty much a great way to look at this because it's happening in the heart space. But I do think because of the snake card here, I do want to say that if people are talking crap about you behind your back, you are protected because you have the card of luck that's like over on top of it. Okay, so you're protected. Either you don't hear about it or somebody stands up and says, you know what? Oh, God, look at this. This chicken's walking away. There could be you, too, going, I would steer clear of anybody gossiping either and not getting dragged into that. Just, like, walk away from that den of vipers, they said. So there is a need to protect your energy this week, to protect your dreams, your goals, your hopes, your wishes. What are you trying to manifest for yourself? Take time to reflect on it, really pay attention. So let's take a look a little bit at what that moon is doing this week. I am going to include up here at the end of the video the 2023 sneak peek preview for the first 3 months of 2023. You can get a personal reading, or you can buy the extended one. That will be in the description box of that. But it might make a nice gift for someone too, because I would just send it to their inbox. All right, so you have here, wow, you have Isis, sacred contracts. How do you transform the situation? It is the contract that you make with yourself. Big nose itch on that. Okay, sacred contract. This is a contract you're making with yourself. For some of you, this may be a week where you get a great job offer or an offer of marriage that has a soul path component to it. That could also show up here. But mostly it feels like on Monday and Tuesday might be really good days when that sun is in Leo, and I mean when the moon is in Leo, which trines Sagittarius, which is a nice flow of energy. And when the moon is in Leo, you feel your value, you feel your worth. And that might be a really good time for you to spend a little time in contemplation, make a few notes for yourself. What's of value to me? What's important? Mercury is going to be moving into its shadow then. And so it'll be something that you can refine the details on, and you can drill down a little bit more over the next 6 weeks. And so maybe actually getting something on paper right at the start of the shadow period helps to intensify your ability to find the time to work the program to figure out what it is that you want to do. That moon, when it gets into Virgo, when Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday. You have here, dream the world into being and learn from the past, the lizard spirit and the elephant spirit. What do you want? Dream the world into being. That's such the moon card. So gather up those important flowers out of your garden of dreams and nurture them. So you're not going to go pick them. You're going to go out into the field of dreams and you're going to get the seeds and you're going to plant them and you're going to nurture them so that they grow into a plant that keeps producing. Or you may go and transplant. Say there's something you've been working on, but you want to upgrade it. So then it would be a transplant, right? But you got to dig deep enough to get all the root systems so you don't kill it. So think about what that means in your life. I have been accused of being very vague doing these. It's hard. It's a general reading. If you wanted a personal reading, I could give you a specific example, but in a general reading, you have to do some of this yourself, right? You have to think about, well, what does that mean? And how do I get to the root of it and figure out what I'm taking with me? And I also want to encourage you to try to pull the weeds out and not plant those as well, right? Because I feel like this gossipy energy would be, or taking on other people's negative attitude would be sort of like planting the weeds. You don't want to do that. And so learn from the past. Learn from the past. What helps something to nurture and grow and what doesn't? What is of value to you and what is not? What's worth your time and energy? What isn't? There's a lot of discerning and deciding here in order to create a balance for you this week, and especially with that moon in Virgo. The moon in Virgo, very much this energy of creating balance. What is worth my time and effort? And the wisdom and the knowledge, going inside, speaking to your higher self, your sacred self, and sorting this out. And so the more time that you make for yourself this week to do this, it is a week of teamwork and network building, but I almost feel like this is networking with your spiritual team opposed to everything else. So this weekend, when that moon is in Libra, it can be very productive. I do think Saturday you'll kind of want some time to yourself, and that might be what works for you. You have the card of the detective. Look past the veil of illusion that someone is trying to pull over your eyes. That someone could be you. That someone could be you. So examine your assumptions. That's the snake. Snake is it's grounded energy. It's transformative energy. But I feel like in this reading, and when you've got the moon here, there's an illusionary energy. It's either you have bought into more optimism than practicality is allowing for, and if you could feed in a little bit more practicality, like it's a nutrient that you put in the soil, you'll figure out what needs to be done next, right? Hope is a great thing, but hope needs a plan. And I feel like that's what Spirit's saying. This week, hope needs a plan so that it can manifest and produce a great harvest of abundance in your life. So hope needs a plan this week. All right, you guys, it looks like a really great week. I'm on Facebook every day, every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. I do an Eastern time zone in the U.S. I do a premiere video with the energy for the week, and we do a live chat. So it's nice community building if you're looking for a little bit of entertainment on Sunday nights. And again, make sure you check out your video. All right, you guys take good care and find the time. Find the time to figure out what those 6 things are, and I'm really getting the number 6 for you, what those 6 things are that your overarching goals and plans are for the year ahead. All right, you guys take great care, and I'll talk to you soon.